Okay, now let's start with the last section of this website, that is going to be the footer. So get outside the section tag that was used to define our blog section, and let's start with the footer. So let's create a div tag and let's write the class as wrapper, then bg-green to have that green color background for the footer. This div tag is just a wrapper for the footer. We are going to define the footer inside this. So get inside and create a footer tag, and let's write the class as d-flex-r, because we want the elements which we are going to define next to be stacked in one row next to each other. Space clear, space container, space text-white. Then get inside and create another div tag, and let's have the class as mx-2 to have 2 rem of margin left and right. Then get inside and create a h6 tag and have the class as heading to change the font style. Then font x1 space my-1 to have 1 rem of margin top and bottom. Then write the text. Drop down and create a ul tag, and let's have the class as no space to remove all the space and padding. Space linked list, we are going to use this class to add some margin on the bottom of the list. Space contact, and we will use this class to format or style this section or this part. Then get inside and create a li tag. Then get inside again and create a I tag. Let's have the class as fa space fa-map-marker. This is the syntax if we want to use any font awesome icons, and this class is going to get a map marker icon, so we want this icon next to the address that we are going to write. Then get inside and create a address tag. Then you can write any address that you want. Alright. Then get outside it and create another li tag, and in the same way let's create a I tag and define a font icon using the font awesome icons, and then write any number that you want. You can see the icon next to the number. Alright, then get down and create another li tag, and in the same way let's create a I tag and have the class as fa space fa-envelope-o. Envelope-o signifies that we want a opened envelope and we are going to place it next to our email ID. So just write the email ID outside the I tag. Get down and create another li tag and create a I tag and have the class as fa space fa-YouTube. This will get a small YouTube icon. Alright, just like the one we have in our example web page. And since we want this icon to be a link, let's keep it inside anchor tag or the e tag, so that when we click on this icon we are redirected to your YouTube page or YouTube channel. And let's write class as text-white, and then you can specify the link for your YouTube channel. And then target attribute as _blank. because when we click on this link, we want it to be open in a new tab so that we don't leave or so that we don't browse away from the current web page that we are browsing through. Then get outside the I tag and write the text as the name of your channel. Alright. Then get outside the div tag and let's create another div tag and have the class as mx-2. Then get inside it and let's create a heading. And write the class as heading space my-1 space font-x1. Then create a ul tag and write the class as no space so that we get rid of all the padding and the margin, space linked list, because we are going to define a kind of a list below it. Then get inside and create a li tag. Then create a tag and you can write any link that you want. Then copy this entire li tag, paste it again and just change the name of the links. And if you have the URL for these links, you can also place them in place of that hash symbol. Since I don't have any URL for these pages, that's why I'm just leaving a hash symbol. Alright. Then copy this entire div tag. And then let's just change the heading from about to company. Then appropriately change the name of the links as well. Alright. Then let's paste the div tag that we have copied again. Then just change the name of the heading and then get rid of this entire ul tag and all the li tags that are within it. We don't need it because under subscribe subheading we are going to have some input boxes where the user can enter his email ID and press on the submit button. Create a p tag and let's have the class as my-1 to add one rem of margin top and bottom of this p tag, and then write some text. Get below it and create a form tag. Let's have the method as post and action we can leave out. You don't have to write anything, just leave a hash symbol. Then get inside and create a field set tag, and under this let's create input tag. Write the type attribute as text, class attribute as my-1, then placeholder attribute as name. Whatever we write under this placeholder attribute is displayed in the input box on the page by default so that the user gets an idea what values has to be entered in that input box. Then get outside it and create another input tag. Let's have the type as email. Then get down and create button tag and let's have the class as btn because we have already defined the btn class for the buttons, so we just have to use the same class. And then write the text for the button. Alright. Then get outside this div tag and let's create a new div tag. write the class as mx-2 and id as instafeed. We are going to use this ID in the CSS later to refer to this div tag and make the appropriate stylings. So anyways, get inside and create a h6 tag and write the class as heading my-1 and font x1, and then we can write the heading as instafeed. Then get below and create a div tag. And let's write the class as d-flex-r and create a anchor tag or the e tag, and inside it create a img tag and write the source as img/india.jpg. You can use any other image that you want. I'm just using some random images. And in the anchor tag, instead of having a hash symbol, you can write the URL of the appropriate Insta post if you have that. Copy this entire e tag and paste it, and then let's just change the name of the images. So this will create 2 images in one row. Let's copy this entire div tag, paste it again, and then change the name of the images. In this way, we are going to get 2 rows of images. Similarly, paste it once again. This will be the 3rd row of 2 images. Change the name of the images. Let's see in the browser. Alright, so we have 3 rows of 2 images each. Let's add some margins. Get in the div tag which is defining the first row and add my-1. Let's add this to all the 3 div tags defining the images. Alright, now let's add one class to the img tag mx-1 to add some margin on the right and the left. And let me just add this class to all the first images of 3 rows. Alright. Now get outside this footer tag and create a new div tag. And let's write the class as d-flex-r so that whatever we define under this gets stacked up next to each other in one row. Then space clear, space justify-content -space-between. I think we have already defined this class before in the CSS. Even if we don't have defined this, we will define it later. This justify-content-space-between class will make the elements inside this justified in a way that they have space in between them. Then id as copyright. Then get inside and create a p tag, and let's have the class as d-flex-r. Then write the text $copy semicolon. This is the code for getting that copyright symbol. Then create a e tag and then write your domain name. Get outside the p tag, create a e tag, and in the link part write #mypage. If you remember, we have used this text as the ID of the body. You can see it here. So when we click on this link, we will be scrolled up to the top of the body of our page. Then let's write the ID as back to top and get inside and create a I tag. Let's have the class as FA hyphen chevron hyphen up. This will create a up angle sign. Then get outside the e tag and create a p tag and write the class as d hyphen flex hyphen r and write the text as template by. Create a e tag, write any link that you want. Alright, so the HTML part is complete. We now need to move to the CSS part. Add one ID to our footer so that we can use it to refer to the footer. Save it. Then let's refer to the footer using that ID hash main hyphen footer. Since it is an ID, we need to use a hash symbol before the name of the ID to refer to it. Border bottom, one pixel solid white. Alright, then hash main hyphen footer space dot linked list space li, margin bottom 5 pixels. This will add some margin on the bottom of the linked list that we have defined. Then hash main hyphen footer space dot linked list space li colon last hyphen child. This will remove the margin from the last child, that is the last link or the last li tag inside the linked list class, and also the border as none and the padding as 0. Alright, then refer to the footer again, main hyphen footer space dot contact dot linked list space li. Make sure you don't leave space in between the contact and dot linked list, since these two are siblings, because these two classes have been used with the same element, so they are kind of sibling. If you leave a space in between, that means you are trying to tell the computer that okay, this contact is the parent of linked list, but it is not like that. They both are sibling, so don't leave space there. Then comma hash main hyphen footer space dot contact dot linked list li colon last hyphen child. And you can see where we have used this linked list class along with the contact class. Position as relative, padding left as 40 pixels. Alright. Then hash main hyphen footer space dot contact space li space I, display as block, position as absolute, top 0 left 0. This will align the I tag starting from the top left corner. Width as 30 pixels and font size as 16 pixels. then text hyphen align center, alright. Then again hash main hyphen footer space input comma main hyphen footer space button. This will style the input tag as well as the button that we have defined under the subheading subscribe. Then border 1 pixel space solid space white. Alright. Hash main hyphen footer space input width as 100%, padding as 8, color as hash triple F, that is the white color. Then background hyphen color hash 555, kind of gray color. Alright. Hash main hyphen footer space dot linked list space li, border color RGBA 255 comma 255 comma 255 comma 0.2. Alright. Hash main hyphen footer space ul space li space a, color as hash triple F. This will style all the links which are inside the footer. Alright. Then hash main hyphen footer space input colon focus, border color hash 57 ADC4. This will change the border color of the input box when it is focused or when it is clicked. Alright. Then hash main hyphen footer greater than sign hash instafeed space img, height as 2.5 rem, alright. Then address, since it is a tag we don't have to write a dot or a hash selector before it. Display as block, margin 0, padding 0, font style normal, and font weight as normal. Form comma field set, margin 0, padding 0. This will remove all the margin and the padding. Then border none. Alright. Input comma button, display block, resize none, outline none, and color as inherit. Then font size inherit, font family inherit, then vertical align in the middle. Then let's define the part where we have used the copyright. Then hash copyright, since it is an ID. Then padding 20 pixels space 0. 20 is for the top bottom, 0 is for the left right. Then hash copyright space A, that is all the anchor tags within this ID. Color as white. This will select all the elements within this ID. Then margin as 0, padding as 0. Alright. Then let's style the small back to top button. Hash back to top, since it is the ID that we have defined. Color hash FFF. Background color hash 57ADC4. Z index 999. Display inline hyphen block. Position fixed. Bottom 20 pixels. Right 20 pixels. So this button will be placed starting from the bottom right corner. Width as 36 pixels. Height as 36 pixels. Line height 36 pixels. Font size 1 rem. Text align center. Opacity 0.3. You can see the back to top ID here. Alright. Hash back to top space I. Display block. Width 100%. Height 100%. Line height inherit. Alright. Then hash back to top colon hover. Opacity 1. Now we have the hovering effect as well.